back to the action here on Championship Court at the APP Boca Raton Masters. It is our medal match Sunday, final day of coverage here in Boca Raton, Florida at the Patch Reef Tennis and Pickleball Center. It's been a fabulous weekend as usual, amazing pickleball. A couple little blips of rain here and there, but luckily nothing too major, as it can be a little iffy here in southern Florida in the winter time, but a gorgeous ending day here for our tournament. Lauren McLaughlin and Dominic Catalano here courtside for our pro medal matches. We have coming up right now a men's pro doubles bronze medal match. Number 3 seeded team, Dylan Frazier and Rob Cassidy, will take on the Giants in our number 7 seeded team of Andre Descu and Edin Lika. You can see them on court right there. I'm pretty sure Lika and Descu have about a foot on Frazier and Cassidy over there. Derek Prince will be our USA Pickleball certified referee for this match. So bit of a David and Goliath matchup here. We'll see who is able to come out on top and head to that gold medal match. Looks like Lika and Descu will be starting serving on the far end. Andre Descu in the pink, Edin Lika in the white. And on the near end, Dylan Frazier in the gray on the left, and Rob Cassidy in the blue. Oh, excuse me, they will be serving. Cassidy and Frazier will start us off serving on the near end. Cassidy, the lefty on the court, so he will be on that right side, putting their 2 forehands in the middle. And we saw some fireworks out of Descu and Lika when they played on Friday in the men's doubles bracket as we worked our way through. I expect we'll see more of the same here. They are a fiery pair, both originally from Romania, now here in this Boca Raton area of Florida. And a quick side out, they will take over serving.
0-0-1.
Good leave there from Descu.
One, 0-1. Serve.
Again, winner of this heads to face Deckel Barr and Adam Stone in our gold medal match.
Speed up from Cassidy, but Descu all over that in the middle.
2-0-2.
Good leave there from Cassidy as he jumps that kitchen line for good measure. Some style points. Again, Cassidy and Frazier are going to have to be so careful keeping the ball nice and low because the height from Descu and Lika is so dangerous.
0-2-2.
Good leave from Frazier as that ball was right in his wheelhouse. But he definitely leaves that and lets that go. Great decision. Cassidy trying to yell the ball over as he mishits that. Punishes himself on the left hip.
Classic Cassidy. Just wide after Cassidy. Get a paddle. It was close. It was close.
3-1-1.
It's a very misleading seed for Lika and Dascu at 7. Talking about
3, 1, 2.
U.S. National Championship medalists and very familiar partners. It's just they don't have the number of games played as a lot of other teams, so thus their lower seeding.
Also both former professional tennis players.
That's a nice little flip down the line. And again, talk about their size all the time, but two guys that play a very controlled, patient pickleball game. They will not rush. And when they do, that's sometimes what'll happen. Don't try and rush too much. Not a bad decision right there from Dascu, but
1, 4, 1.
Leaves it with flair.
style points on the leave.
And of course, on the opposite side of the very heavy tennis background, Lika and Dascu is the no racket background team of both Frazier and Cassidy. Neither of them have any racket sports in their background.
Second serve. 2, 4, 2. Point.
A little miscommunication there in the middle from Dascu.
Nice get there from Cassidy.
3, 4, 2.
Frazier just hooding that over a little too much, getting on top of it.
4, 3, 1. Point.
A little impatient there from Cassidy. A little low on that attack.
5, 3, 1.
Throws that last ball off there from Cassidy, but you mentioned it, Dom. It is so interesting. You'd think just looking at Dascu and Lika, two giant guys, big long reach, you'd think just sort of naturally they'd be very aggressive, looking to attack, and they're just not. So patient, work that dink rally, wait for the right moment. I like that kind of contrast of what you'd think you'd see from them.
Good pressure there, but again, that when given the opportunity, they will go hard and they will hurt you from that position.
3, 5, 2.
It's blocked from Cassidy.
What patience, again, from Dascu and Lika. You know, you watch Ed and Lika, and you're almost looking and going, he's going to pull a trigger any time now, and he just grinds you
5,
out.
3, 1.
again, yeah, if they get that opportunity, they will absolutely attack. But they wait for that moment. Good coverage of the middle there from Rob Cassidy. Closes that door quick when Lika thought he had an opportunity there.
Biggest issue right there is that if that's a righty, it's not going to be a counter like that because it's going to be a backhand.
Agreed.
So it's not a bad decision from Lika if it's a right-hander.
Point. 6-3-2. Point.
Lika and Daescu extend their lead here. Timeout from Cassidy and Frazier as they will discuss what they need to do here to get back in this first game. And it is still, it's patience. You got to stay patient, stay in those points. Try and create an opportunity against Lika and Daescu. The hard part is that they are so big and cover so much ground. You need to work sideline to sideline. If you work sideline to sideline, possibly open up some areas in the middle.
And again, you know, this is one of those games I think that kind of watching the play, this, you know, Daescu and Lika are pulling away a little here in game one, but it's happening slowly and methodically. And it's just those couple errors on Cassidy and Frazier's side, or, you know, leaving a ball up just a little too high, that have kind of let them get in. But it's very evenly played so far. It's just Daescu and Lika are coming out on top of some of these rallies. But Cassidy and Frazier are right there in it. Just need to execute. Where right now they're having just a couple problems, but not too many.
Good counter from Frazier is Lika is the one who speeds that one up, but Frazier ready for that. And that's the issue going against Dylan Frazier like that, is his hands are so good that he's looking for you to speed up.
Ouch! Yes,
nice lead there.
Nice.
4-7-1.
4-7-1 here in this game one of this bronze medal match.
Yes, Dylan.
And there it is, and that's what Frazier and Cassidy want. They want the speed ups. They want to get into those hands battles.
5-7-1.
I would like to see Frazier insert himself a little more like that last rally. Get a little bit more aggressive.
Second serve.
Just a little wide there from Cassidy, but he's been so steady in
5-7-2.
these dink rallies.
Yep, and that's it right there. It's Daescu and Lika want to stay in that soft game, grind it out. Cassidy and Frazier want to dig in and wait for just that slimmest of opportunities to speed the game up.
Cassidy leaves it up just a little too high and immediately knows he's going to have to go on defense. Gets a couple back. Oh, looks like Cassidy tweaked something. Possibly is just getting an extra second.
Start score, Dylan.
7-6-1.
He's okay. Not sure if maybe that ball hit him weirdly or.
Again, the hand battle won by Cassidy and Frazier.
7-6-2.
Yeah, ready. Fire up, fire up.
Point.
Nice, stay good. Let's go. Come on.
You telling Lika, fire up, let's go. And we know they are a very emotionally based team. For better or worse.
Fine. Fine.
Wow,
Cassidy
Cassidy.
outgrinds him.
Yeah, just Cassidy with that cross court with Lika. And again, that's the matchup that we knew was going to happen, trying to isolate Frazier and Daskew out.
Watch it. Fine.
Daskew and Frazier, the more aggressive of the pairings.
6-8-2.
Yeah, baby.
Good hands battle one there from Daskew. They need that right now, as they had won many of those hands battles.
8-6-1.
Go.
That's great shot by Cassidy going behind Daskew as he tried to pinch middle and come over and poach.
8-6-2.
Yep. Yep. Me. I got. You. Mine.
Frazier and Cassidy really working it here.
Go. Go.
Oh my gosh. The crowd is gasping.
Oh, yeah!
Wow, what defense from Lika and Daskew.
Ooh. When we talk about them being an emotional team, you can see it
Lika right there.
Point.
Ooh.
Timeout.
Wow.
Serving team.
And
9-16.
here is the offensive timeout, right? Great timeout here. These digs.
90 golf and activewear brand that loves having fun on the course and outdoors.
But yes, the offensive timeout from Lika and Daskew here, as they are both breathing a little heavier. They want to just kind of settle in, because Frazier and Cassidy were not running all over the place. They were controlling that kitchen line, didn't exude too much energy, but it was all Lika and Daskew stay in that point and then win the point.
Florida, February 23rd to the 27th for the Punta Gorda Open, hosted by Ed Lika and Barry Waddell.
And again, winner of this bronze medal match heads to the gold to face Adam Stone and Deckel Barr. So a good matchup either way, whichever one of these teams makes their way through. And what do we have coming up next after this?
Next after this will be mixed pro bronze double match.
Receiving team, one
So
timeout
your
remaining.
mixed pro bronze doubles. Mixed doubles bronze pro
Time in,
matchup.
9-6-2.
Lee Whitwell and J.W. Johnson taking on Kawamoto and Frazier. So Frazier will stay on court.
He'll be nice and warm by then.
He's not going anywhere.
All right.
And Frazier is playing,
6-9-1.
Dylan is playing with Jade. So your left-handed Kawamoto twin.
And serve.
All right, that ball sails long, but Frazier and Cassidy still with the serve. Cassidy.
Yeah. Hey.
Break there.
Nine, 6-1. Point.
Just unlucky. Unforced error at this crucial point of this first game in our bronze medal match. Lika and Descu with their first game point.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by Frazier
1 minute.
and Cassidy.
This is what you call a 5-8-5 timeout, or a Rochester timeout, as they're known. Cassidy from Rochester, New York. They love to let the referee call the score and then immediately call timeout.
Wait till that last second.
Yeah.
Championship healthcare.
So again, we saw just a couple errors there in those last few exchanges, but once they were in the, these dink rallies, they've been so long, everyone's so steady, and then Lika and Descu just kind of have driven a little more here and not gotten into that dink. And Cassie, you saw that unforced error on the last one. And then what do Cassidy and Frazier need to do to hang on here?
They got to get into these points, wait for their opportunity to attack, and then attack. They need to get into their game, and their game is being attack mode and forcing Descu and Lika to make a mistake. Because Lika and Descu want to get into those grind out longer points. And it's just, if you look at them, you're not going to think that's what they want to do, but that is exactly what they want to do. So we'll see here coming out of the timeout what happens here, as it is a game point for Lika and Descu.
Receiving team, no more timeouts remaining. Serving team, 1 timeout remaining. Time in, 10-6-1.
They are on first serve. They'll have 2 shots at it if they need to.
You're on it. You're right there.
Serve.
Will indeed.
Yeah, nice job by Cassidy, attacking when need be.
10-6-2.
Yeah, come on.
Lika coming over, wanted to poach that.
I'm a little surprised he didn't.
At that
it
point,
looked like he had it.
come over with that flying backhand.
Cassidy and Frazier still alive here in game 1.
Got it down the
That's
line.
it. Beautiful little backhand flip there from Cassidy. Haven't really seen that from him this game.
Lika telling Cassidy, because Lika was like out. He was just player communication.
7-10-1.
He was saying, no, it was in.
Serve.
Let's go.
Frazier's a little too upright on that. I'd love to see him kind of bend those knees a little bit more and get low.
7-10-2.
Better angle on those dinks.
Bravo, man.
Great job by Descu. Moving Cassidy to the sideline. Watch this. Gets him out of position. He has to reset, but cannot reestablish fast enough to cover the ball down the middle. Great.
Cassidy, one of the quickest players out there, so hard to catch him out of position. Game point opportunity. able to fend that off. Some really great gets. But Descu and Lika coming on top here in game 1, 11-7 over Frazier and Cassidy. Game number 2 coming up right after this short break here at the APP Boca Raton Masters. Back to the action here on championship court. Bronze medal match underway here in our men's pro doubles division. We have Rob Cassidy and Dylan Frazier on the far end, taking on Andre Descu and Edin Lika, who took game 1, 11-7.
Descu with the Ernie to start off.
1-0-2.
That's how you start a second game right there.
I think they are riding the wave from their game 1 victory. Feeling good. Let's see if they can keep it up.
There's almost a very large collision in the middle of the court there.
Two semi-trucks crashing into each other right there.
0-1-1.
Nice counter from Cassidy. Again, that's what they want to get into. Descu and Lika can't get sucked into playing that type of game right there.
One.
Big Dylan Frazier just fully engaged here.
That's what I want to see out of Dylan Frazier. Getting aggressive, taking over.
2-1-1.
Ernie attempt from Descu covered.
Yeah!
All right, Dylan Frazier coming out hot here in game 2. Those quick hands. And a 3-1 lead as Frazier and Cassidy need to take this second game to force that game 3 tiebreaker if they want to get into that gold medal match against Stone and Barr.
Little pressure there from Descu on the fake Ernie. Forces Cassidy into a mistake.
3-1-2.
Me. No!
I wish Cassidy had let Frazier take that overhead. I just feel like Frazier was kind of in a groove there from the previous ones.
Serve. 1-3-2.
Good hands from Lika. Again.
Bravo, wait. Come on.
Wow, great job by Descu and Lika. Lika keeping them in that point.
Okay, here.
2-3-2.
No!
Oh, ball off the cheek, I believe, of Edin Lika there from Frazier.
Check the ball.
Three, two, one.
And nice little 60% forehand there from Lika. Just when you think he may be frustrated and aggravated and going to try and rip the heck out of that ball, he just nice, nonchalant, 60% winner down the middle.
Almost took him out again.
Frazier better watch
I know,
himself.
he's flirting with disaster.
This is not the man I want to hit in the chest a couple times.
2, 3, 1.
Nice ball right there from Frazier.
Good sequence of events. Cassidy speeds that up.
Again, so you talk about you're not wanting to hit Lika, you don't want to make him mad, but you talk about one of the nicest guys. I played a tournament with Lika a couple years ago, and he's super nice, such a good partner, very positive,
Point.
and just a good guy.
He called it out. Yeah.
Out.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, he called it in. Yeah, we just played it. They won the point, it's settled.
And out.
I thought that
3,
ball
2, 1.
blew wide on the side, but I guess it was called in.
Hey.
So it was a side out.
I got.
That's great angle, yeah, again from Cassidy.
Thank you. Let's go there. Come on. Fire up.
Frazier and Cassidy double up Lika and Dasku, 4-2. That's a nice pull from Lika. Right time, right spot. Wait for the exact moment where you think you can reach in and get that, and he does.
4, 2, 2.
No.
Just doesn't get quite on top of it enough. Roll that ball down.
Two, 4, 1.
Bless you.
Wide.
Just misses that sideline as Cassidy tries to go behind Dasku there. Oh, wind picking up here. Trees are definitely waving in the wind here around center
3,
court.
4, 1.
Good step in by Dasku. He anticipated the speed up from Cassidy and took a full step over, covered the middle, able to put that away.
4, 4, 1.
Watch it.
Wow. What an ATP there from Lika. I mean, he's deep.
Oof. Yeah, I thought he almost wasn't gonna get a good paddle on that, but beautifully done. Puts him up by 1.
Go.
Great drop. Oh. And Cassidy catches Dasku cheating to the middle just a little too much. Frozen right
Nice
there.
done.
Come on.
All right, so Cassidy got burned there once, doesn't let it happen again. Good adjustment and good recognition off the paddle of Lika.
4-5-1.
Nice, Dylan.
Point.
Daysku backs up off that line to kind of take that reset and leaves it just a little short.
5-5-1.
Tied back up at 5s.
I got.
Nice hands from both Frazier and Cassidy. Keeps that last ball in that back corner.
The problem is Daysku's the one who sped that up. He started it. And so get on the defensive right there after you start that, because Cassidy and Frazier counter so well.
6-5-1.
It's going to be wide there from Cassidy. Notice both Lika and Daysku have really great footwork for being such big guys. They definitely make sure to move their feet.
Yeah!
Oh,
Fire up, man. Let's go. Fire up.
little shoulder bump after a ball catches that back corner. Love it.
5-6-1.
Love the emotion out of these two players.
Oh, wow. I mean, that is just being familiar with your partner right there. And so Lika recognizes Daysku going for the Ernie, steps to the middle, the Ernie gets countered, and Daysku's there to put that away. Goes around the
Another
post
ATP.
again.
Point.
I mean,
They're feeling it. They are feeling it.
Lika is feeling it right now. I mean, that is around the post with authority.
7-6-1.
I mean, Daysku was just waiting. And again, at the right time for them to attack, that's when they need to go.
8-6-1. Point.
They're just feeding off of each other right now. Possible timeout coming here from Frazier and Cassidy. Yep, there's the paddle drop.
Yeah, this is a bit of a runaway train right now here. Cassidy and Frazier trying to hold on here. When you have sort of that freight train barreling down on you, it can be tough to get back in and counteract when especially they are so fired up and they're such emotional players and they're feeling it so well.
Everything's smelling good over there at Martinez. On the food trucks on the outside, just pop on out for the playa bowls, some healthy bowls. Also funnel cakes if you want some dessert, some nuts.
And you can tell kind of too, like we're underneath the tent and everything. You know, weather kind of has picked up through here. And we were talking about that earlier. And you know, it can affect play here on court. It's kind of swirling though. It's not really, in days past we've been able to see it kind of coming from one direction or another. It seems to be swirling in here on center court.
15 seconds.
definitely picking up here. Kind of comes and goes. That's
Yeah,
how South
yeah.
Florida kind of rolls
Yeah.
in the wintertime.
That's how we roll down here.
I do. This is the vibe. That is the vibe here.
Time in. 9-6-1.
All right, 9-6-1. Can Cassidy and Frazier slow down the train, but a net cord there on the drive from Daysku just throws it off ever so slightly. Cassidy can't get it back. Match point. Looking to take on Adam Stone and Deckelbar once again.
Second serve. 10-6-2. Right out.
That's the wind right there. Little wind picking up. Just leaves that drop short.
6-10-1.
Put hands on the 2 from Lika.
Seven, 10-1. Point.
The last thing that Lika and Daysku want to do is give these 2 any momentum. Cassidy starting to speed up a couple times before that. And the paddle toss from Daysku and a timeout as they've given up 3 straight here after they had 2 opportunities on their serve to end this match. And all of a sudden, Frazier and Cassidy, all the momentum, and they're right back in this game.
Lika and Daysku, of course, very emotional players, as we have seen, whether it's going well or when it's going badly. Could be trouble for them mentally if they're not able to close out the match here and they let Cassidy and Frazier back in the door, forcing a game 3. They will be none too pleased if that happens here. So that will be a big mental hurdle for them to overcome if they are not able to close this out here.
And hoodies, quarter zip bundles, all over in the vendor village.
Yeah, and Daysku and Lika taking all the time they can during that timeout. High five back on court and see if they can slow the momentum of Cassidy and Frazier.
Time in. 9-10-1.
9-10-1 here in game 2 of this bronze medal match.
That's just too much pressure from Cassidy and Frazier, all tied at 10.
10-10-1.
Cassidy's got to be careful. Giving Lika that ATP opportunity, but ooh. And there's the second and final timeout. Lika looked at Daysku calling the timeout, then waited for a second, then was like, I'm gonna toss my paddle down too. I love it. So second and final timeout as Frazier and Cassidy will now have a game point on their paddle to force that third tiebreaker game here in our bronze medal match.
On the hitting wall. Also in the vendor village, we have Kitchen Pro and Groovin paddles. We also
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, Lika and Daysku were up 10-6 and in control. And Frazier and Cassidy have just rattled off 5 straight and have 2 opportunities to win this game and force a third game.
15 seconds.
Derek Prince, our USA Pickleball certified referee, on the call here in this bronze medal match.
Time in,
And
11,
on
10,
the first
1.
serve, 11, 10, 1.
And serve.
Pushes that just a little too wide there.
But I like what Cassidy's got a game plan cross court with Lika right now. Is trying to push him back. Because Lika likes to take it off the bounce.
Cassidy's been so good on those drops. So consistent, he just leaves that one short. Ooh, wind picking up, he's gonna take that ball.
Uses the wind, does Lika. Just floats that up there to knock it down.
Let him get back in.
Oh, inside out backhand from Daescu. All square here at 11. Fired up
11, 1.
is Andre Daescu. Resets from both Daescu and Lika. Yes! Wow.
And right back into it. Lika and Daescu get that match point back when things were looking a little hairy for them.
They were up 10-6, fought off 2 game points, and now have
Receiving team, 12, 11, 1.
a 3rd match point on their paddle here in game
First
number
server,
2.
too.
Yeah.
Bell on the first label.
So they'll have 2 opportunities here to end this.
Pools are designed especially for
Wow,
pickleball.
what a change of, I mean, just the momentum here just going and shifting
The APP Tour is the official
back and
pro
forth
tour
here
partner of
throughout the
USA
second game.
Pickleball. And the
Blowing
Boca
with the
Masters
wind
is the
here in
first
Boca
golden
Raton,
ticket
Florida
tournament on the 2022
at the
National
APP
Championship
Masters
Series.
Tournament.
The next stop on the National Championship
Culmination
Series is the
tournament of our
Legacy Open in
2021
Mesa,
APP
Arizona,
Tour
March
season.
30th through April 4th.
Kicked off last weekend in Mesa, Arizona for 2022. And we'll get right back into it after a few weeks off here. I will be heading to our second Next Gen tournament in 2 weeks in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. If you have any young pickleball players that you know, really age about 12 to 23,
No more timeouts remaining.
definitely have them
17,
check that
no more
out
timeouts remaining.
on pickleballtournaments.com and maybe plan to join us. It's an awesome, fun time, very relaxed, good competition with youth, but confusion.
Serve.
Coming back from the timeout. Daescu and Lika now. Another match point
12,
opportunity.
11, 2.
Good. Yeah. See, I like.
Daescu wanted it.
No, but I like the reset from Lika to get them back in that point. But then Daescu all of a sudden sped it up again. I didn't like that decision. It just wasn't the right time for that. Needed to stay in that point a little
11, 12,
longer.
1.
And Frazier and Cassidy fight off 2 more match points.
Aye! Aye! I got it.
That's the attack, right? That's at the right time. You set that up by dropping that in. Beautifully done there from Deescu.
I think when you have two such emotional players and they have that match point, sometimes they force a little bit. They're too amped up. They want to close it out. But you're right, definitely want to see a little more patience, find the right time. Watch out for that ATP. Cassidy's so fired up. Dylan Frazier has no expression. Just happy on the inside.
No! Oh, shit.
That's Cassidy just getting a little too fired up right there. Trying to make something out of nothing. Stay in that point, Rob. You know that.
12-1.
Let's go.
Cassidy just very uncharacteristically in this match for how he's been playing. Just floats 2 balls long. These last 2 exchanges.
Thirteen, 12-1.
Again, 2 more match point opportunities.
Out! Yeah.
Oh, Cassidy speeding that up.
So match point number 6 here for Lika and Deescu.
12-2.
Really good decision there from Cassidy.
Right out.
Mixing it up. Soft little drop volley. Lika gets to it, but he realizes he's not going to be able to get back out of that kitchen. Cassidy goes right back at him.
Yeah, and it's the speed up, right? Wow, like,
Hide it.
you want to be in their ear going, not the time, not now.
I think I'm just as amped up as all of these players right now.
No!
Oh, body shot from Frazier. And another game point.
14, 13, 1.
And 2 chances at it. They get it done. Unbelievable. What perseverance from Rob Cassidy and Dylan Frazier. They force a Game 3 tiebreaker here in our bronze medal match. Looking to head to gold. We'll take a short break. Back right after this. Game number 3 coming up next. Welcome back to a breezy Boca Raton, Florida, here for our APP Boca Raton Masters Tournament. Medal match Sunday. Bronze medal match right now in men's pro doubles. Derek Prince kicks us back into the action. Rob Cassidy and Dylan Frazier with an epic comeback in Game 2 to force this Game 3. Andre Deescu and Eden Lika on the far end. Here to start Game 3, our teams will switch ends at 6. Winner heads to gold to take on Adam Stone and Deckel Barr.
No!
Finally got out of the way.
I know, it's hard to move that.
0, 1, 1.
just long on the block.
Give it up, Echo. Yeah, let's go.
One.
Go.
Point.
Hey, right here. Yeah.
2, 1.
Nice job there from Cassidy and Frazier. Staying patient long enough to get what they wanted right there. Didn't need to force anything.
2, 1, 2.
Way to be ready, buddy. Come on.
Timeout. One, 2, 1. Serve. 1, 2, 2.
And good patience on all 4 players' parts right there.
2, 1, 1.
No one looking to pull the trigger too early right now in this 3rd game. Almost like a feeling out process all over again.
Pick up from Eden.
Good job, Dylan.
Serve.
I'm expecting a very close 3rd game here.
Yeah!
Big forehand there from Frazier to earn the side out.
1, 2, 1. Serve. 1, 2, 2.
Cassidy dropping to a knee to try and get underneath that ball. Fortunately, Deescu just too big, too strong.
2, 1, 1.
No! Out.
Point.
Deescu, Lika extending their lead, but a timeout. I like this timeout. It's an early timeout here from Cassidy and Frazier, but I think Cassidy's sensing a little bit of a run coming from Lika and Deescu, and so he burns a timeout here early in game number 3, knowing that you do have your 2 timeouts, but you also get the free timeout at the end change, right? So knows he's going to get this one here, knows he'll get the free one in the end change, whenever that is, and they have one more.
Yeah, again, you know, wind is playing a factor here. Our teams switch ends at 6, so they'll both get a look at either ends here with different wind conditions.
Kitchen's dancing right next to us.
Yes, our mascot here, the Kitchen, has been out in full force the last couple days. Grooving. with the fans taking pictures.
15 seconds.
Players come back on, taking all the time that they need.
Receiving team, 1 timeout remaining. Serving team, 2 timeouts remaining.
People bundled up a little more than usual here today, as it is a cool day here in Southeast Florida.
Time in.
High of 70 with the wind probably more like mid-60s.
Nice dig from Lika. Again.
Dominant.
Wow, 2 great digs from Ed and Lika right there.
4-1-1. Point.
All right, again, Daysku again pulling away a little bit here. 1 point away from the end change.
Oh, right off the paddle. I mean, Daysku knew that was nowhere near going over. Just stood straight up and stared at it.
Point.
End change on Lika and Daysku's terms here. Up 6-1 after we were tied at 1. Not anymore. Daysku and Lika in control here on the end change.
Again, we saw them with a couple match points on their paddles in game 2. Weren't able to close it out, so definitely don't count out Frazier and Cassidy here in this 3rd game.
Paddles you can
We'll have
demo
the
on
end
the
change.
Pickleball. Also in the vendor village, we have Kitchen Pro and Groovin paddles. We also have apparel with
Lika and
Pickleball
Daysku a
Bella,
little
Zealous insoles. And we have people
little bit
like
out in front for
Maggiano's
game
Little
1,
Italy,
taking it 11-7.
Signature Car Wash and Kitchen Dink, all in the vendor village.
We'll
Make sure you
see
stop by on the way
after,
in or on the way
sometimes
out.
that happens after a very, very close game like we saw in game 2, 15-13, the final score. One team can kind of run away with it sometimes in that next game because, again, each game so unique. Players can get hot, streaky in that game when maybe they didn't the previous. So we'll see. Can Cassidy and Frazier once again keep up here with Daysku and Lika as they are out in front 6-1.
Just wide.
Serve. Correction. Head out. One, 6-1. And serve. 1-6-2. Head out.
Quick side out here for Lika and Daysku.
6-1-1.
Hi!
Point.
Coming in.
7-1-1.
Wow, and they are just cruising along here.
8-1-1.
Cassidy ends that one right there. Great job by Rob Cassidy taking over. Oh, wow. Dylan Frazier.
Timeout.
Timeout.
Timeout here from Deescu and Lika. They are just frustrated right now.
They're speaking in their native tongue over there, which you'll often see with our international players.
Medicine team can get you back on the court doing what you love. Championship healthcare is always in season.
Again, still out in front. Good, healthy lead.
They've got a nice lead.
And they're upset.
They're very upset right now. And again, that's the competitive nature in the two of them. They're up 8-1 and they're like, we just need to end this. Because again, look what happened last time. They went up 10-6 and then blew that lead and lost 15-13. So they know no lead is safe.
Like you said, you know, they let that slip away from them in game 2. That's a mental thing now that comes into game 3. And they just want to roll here. They want to roll. They want to get it done. They want to get that rematch with Adam Stone and Deckel Bar in the gold medal match.
No.
That's good leave right there. Again, got one more though. Got to hold another.
182.
No. Out.
Counter from Frazier right there. The reason I don't mind that attack right there, it was to the backhand side of Frazier, right? And so you're going to attack him, attack to the backhand side. Don't attack him to the middle where you can clear that forehand. Oh, nice job by Deescu covering that line. Two points away here from ending this.
Oh, good coverage from Deescu, but just a little short on that last one.
9-1-2.
Cassidy on the left side now.
Good pressure from Cassidy and Frazier, keeping Lika and Deescu back.
1-9-1.
That's it.
Point. Two, 9-1.
I got.
Deescu getting big in the middle right there.
2-9-2.
And he's pinching that middle so well.
Show me. Okay.
9-2-1. And serve. Nine, 2-2.
Just misses that.
Yeah, Frazier upset
Back
with
corner.
himself right there.
Yeah. 10-2-2.
That's a great drop from Lika.
And they're right back in it. And they be patient, though, as they taste that gold medal match. Would have expected nothing less on that finish. Nice spot in the middle there. Lika with a shout to the sky as they will get their rematch with Deckelbar and Adam Stone in the gold medal match. Coming up next, though, we have our pro mixed doubles bronze medal match. Don't go anywhere. Dominic Catalano heads on court to talk to the big guys as they head to the gold medal match. We'll be back with more action right here after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's...
All right, welcome back to the APP Masters. Dominic Catalano here with Andre Deescu and Edin Lika after their victory in the bronze medal match. Puts you guys in the gold medal match. But let's talk about this bronze match first. Not exactly how you wanted it to go. You take game one, Andre, and then up 10-6 in game two. They fight off 6 match points, and they end up winning 15-13. What do you guys do to regroup going into game three?
Well, when you play against Rob Cassidy, you know he's a fighter, and he's had so many matches like that, and he got hot towards the end over there. We got a little cold as well. We didn't really keep our foot on the gas, and we kind of backpedaled a little bit too much and allowed them back in, and they got a second game. But we knew our level is good. You know, the first set we dominated, second set we're up, so we knew if we can keep hanging in there and play our game, it should be going our way. So that break was great in between sets. We chatted a little bit. We got to relax some, and then we played a great third game.
And you guys really did, and you guys played a great third game. You went up 9-1, kind of cruised to that victory. But now moving on, you got Adam Stone and Deckelbar, a matchup you wanted again because you lost to them in the winner's bracket final. What are you looking for to change in that match?
Yeah, so number one, I think this one was, the most dramatic game I ever played in my life, in my, pickleball career. I need a couple of days, to recover. And yeah, against, Deckel and Adam Stone, one of the best players in the country. We have a strategy, I'm just going to be consistent. Andre is going to do the rest, as always.
Well, it's a simple formula for victory for you guys. So, but congratulations on that gold medal match. I'll let you guys go relax before that match later on tonight. We'll take a quick break. Then we have our bronze medal mixed doubles match coming up here on Championship Court at the APP Masters. Don't go anywhere.